Welcome to Unity Through Diversity. I'm your host, Gina Anayana. Unity Through Diversity is a podcast where we acknowledge and celebrate individuals' unique soul gifts through each guest's personal story in order to empower and encourage you to recognize and reclaim the uniqueness in your own soul frequencies. So we as a collective can truly embrace unity through diversity in our life. So welcome everybody. In today's episode, that it's just gonna be me. It's gonna be a part 2 of my medicine journey that I took 2 weeks ago, along with this couple days of road trip. I drove down to Louisiana and I drove back. So it's a 12 days journey. So I spent 6 days on the road and almost 6 days at this retreat that my dear brother and sister Megan and Jason, they hosted this retreat. It's Huachuma, also with other plant medicines as well. So they built this beautiful floating Moloka and in Louisiana, in Lafayette. If you are in that area, if you want to check them out, I'm definitely gonna leave their contact information if you're interested into yoga, plant medicine, and just connect with those like-minded people on your spiritual journey. So if you feel called to, reach out or find information underneath this podcast. So yes, medicine journey, right? So for whoever is listening to this podcast, this episode, I just want to have some disclaimer. I do not personally think plant medicine can solve all the things that you are dealing with. Plant medicine is just one of the tools, that healing modalities or tools you could use to help you, to support you to discover what you are going through, help you to understand what you are going through. There are so many different healing modalities out there, right? Myself practice, shamanic breath work, Zeta healing, which is belief works, and also sound healings. There are so many different healing modalities. So in the reason why I want to make this medicine journey to be separate episode is because every single ceremony you go into, you set the intention, you receive the healing. And to me, this is my second time into Huachuma with Jason and Megan. First time I did it with them as well back in 2020. That was itself is I would say a biggest spiritual surgery I ever had in my life compared to other plant medicine. So I just want to pay this huge respect to Huachuma. It's a very unique, special cactus. You would call. I feel like I probably not the right person to be detailed to describe what is Huachuma or what is this cactus. And if you guys want to find more information, I would definitely point you guys to the professionals that they train, that they study, they sit with them. But I'm more on the receiving end of my experience of how this medicine work with me in this ceremony. So let's dive right in, okay? So my intention, right? We're talking about ceremony, we talk about set intention. And everything, if you set intention, it will turn out a little bit differently. Even like the cacao I'm drinking right now, every time I make a cacao, I would definitely set intention. And why I'm making it, and also before I drink it, I set intention for my food, for the drinks I drink, for the trip I take on. So when I got to like Louisiana, we have 10 people, including some people I know, some people I do not know. But my intention came in was to release and to receive. So what I need to release, I feel like that time in my life, I know that my part of my mission is out there to serve people, to be able to walk with people. I want to give more love, but I feel like I'm reached to a limit that I want to give more, but my body physically won't support, because how much time and energy I spent out there, like I was not probably pay less attention to my physical body, not taking enough time to like nurture myself, not eating on the right time. And I feel like I reached to the point is I wanted to give more, but I would not be able to give more. And not just physically, also just like emotionally and just mentally, because you only have this much to give. And my question is, how can I love more? How can I give more? And I have this question, coming to this retreat, and I want to release anything that doesn't serve me, but I'm not really sure what are the things actually not really serving me, because, you have a question, you don't have answer. If you have answer, you're not going to be in those kind of ceremony or those like retreat, right? So I have question. I brought my question into this ceremony. So. And I also want to receive. I just know my intention is release and receive, but I have no idea what exactly I need to release. Certain things I know I want to release, but certain things I just have no idea. So first day we went in, we just relax. I remember first like official day, we actually didn't dive into Huachuma itself. We went on the basin, took the boat out, and we were kind of drove around those trees and water, just be quiet, and we had some hape, and we meditate. It's just pure being with the nature. And at that time, some feeling hit me, because I felt that time I feel this guilty. I feel the guilt of actually being in such a beautiful place. And in my mind, it was like, should I be somewhere else that provide my breath work and doing the healing sessions with people? Should I be out there, maybe working on my computer, putting my event together? And should I be there to be with my kids? Because this trip is 12 days, that maybe I should be with my girls. Now that moment, I realized that are something I need to release. Release the feeling of, do I deserve to be here? Am I worthy to be here? Am I good enough to be here? The self-judgment, right? The self-judgment, the guilt that even being in the nature, I felt I'm not even good enough to be there. How crazy is that? So I realized that time what I need to release is this self-judgment, this guilt of being in the nature, and question myself whether do I deserve, and am I like worthy to be there, So that's is part of one of the things that I want to release is this part of feeling. And also I want to release that my expectation for the medicine, because things I like said, I already had a Huachuma ceremony back in 2020 October, and it was one of the most intense psychedelic plant medicine ceremony ever in my life, compared even to Bufo. And Bufo would say the strongest, but Huachuma at that time, definitely I was like, wow, this is way stronger than Bufo, So I kind of was a little bit nothing scared, because I know how much work I did the last time with grandfather medicine. And he surely showed me that a lot of divine masculine energy that it was all the balance that need to work on. So I worked dearly, deeply on that part. So I want to talk a little bit more about this grandfather medicine. So basically is going to work on your divine masculine energy is the grandfather, right? Divine masculine. And Aya is divine mother, divine, it's grandmother, it's divine feminine. I would say more of that, my understanding. So in the last couple of years, in my whole life, I feel like, I'm still working on the, balance of masculine and feminine, but, those medicine come to you when you need it the most. So 2 years ago is definitely a big strip away of those layers that doesn't serve me in the out balance, the divine masculine. So it was very intense 3 hours in the energy work. So I kind of like a little bit was like, oh, what grandfather gonna teach me this time? Will he kick my butt this time? And how hard I gonna go down and how crazy I gonna, like the energy was very intense. It's like first time you have baby, you have no idea. You just go with that. And second time you're pregnant, guess what? You know how hard it's gonna be, so you don't want to go there, right? So that's exactly how I felt like. It's like I already know you are strong, the love is deep, but it's intense. So this time I was like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? So I realized I needed to release the expectation of for this medicine, how it'll work with me, right? And um, the realization, when the first day on the boat and the things like that, everything is so smooth. I realize what I need to release, which is really beautiful. And when every time you journey, you going on a retreat and journey, you will meet people that those people are there not just randomly there. They are there not either. They are work with you. Even they work against you, they are still working for you and with you. Now I met those beautiful souls there that showed me, it's okay, it's safe to receive love, receive care, receive this affection. And it's okay to, allow other people to hold a space for you, and you are safe, you are loved, you are supported. Because as a space holder, as I'm stepping into my this so-called healers, this position, or I provide a healing, and I have been holding space for so many people. People come to my place, I will go to different healing places, doing all my events and workshop is basically I'm holding space for people. So I would say very natural, and I love to do that. This is part of my personality, or part of my energy, is being a safe container for people to sit in front of me, and we talk about the things so we can work on. But I realized that I'm not really good at receive, to be held, to receive love. I'm pretty good at love, give love, but if you're not good at receiving love, which means also you're not really good at giving love, because to a certain extent, because that's why when you give with empty cup, you are giving, but you're not constantly have the energy come back, or allow you to flow to your own cup. So I realized that I also need to release the actually not allowing myself to receive fully, and why I question myself, because I feel this resistance, and ask myself why I did not allow myself to receive fully, is because I have this worry and a concern. It's like, am I bothering people? Am I being a burden? Am I asking too much, or am I taking too much of other people's time? And I realized this came from how I was born in China, and as second child as a girl. And I understand that the energy I carry, it's already start from in my mom's womb, because of the situation that time in China is one child policy, that I realized my parents that time is already struggling of whether they want to have me, and talking about what really going to happen if they have me, not saying illegal or legal or against the policy, how the life would be or could it be, because that time is the family is not, rich that time. It's pretty poor, because in China back in 1980s, in China itself is in a really, really tough situation. So those feelings I already carried when my mom pregnant with me. So those energies are still, I worked a lot on my inner child healing, with my parents, with myself, the energy wise clear a lot, but still, this little ones, they are still here and there, this energy is still there. So I realized that in the love relationship, I'm tended to give, and I'm not really good at receiving. And then when I receive, I always feel like, do I need a payback? Do I ask too much? Do I take too much of your time? Whether I'm a burden, how you gonna see me? Whether I'm independent enough, all kinds of things. Basically, just not, my heart was not fully open to think, yes, I deserve all the love. I deserve all the respect. I deserve all the warm, fuzzy love feelings. So still have this like unworthy little bit part of there. So those are three things that I want to release. Is like first one is the self judgment and the guilt. Being in this beautiful place to have this receive the plant medicine, and the second one is release my expectation from the medicine, how you're going to turn out, how I'm going to do it. And third one is release the actually the feeling of not allow myself to receive to receive fully the love and care and things like that. So those are things that I want to release. Then the part of receive is, I want to talk about this receive part, how it worked out after the ceremony itself. So let's dive into the part of the day we had a plant medicine, when the day we had like huachuma. Normally we would take just 1 cup, right? Just that's the how to say that normal amount of the medicine you would take. And because I'm still kind of like worried about that, how strong this medicine gonna kick my butt. When the ceremony started, we get out on this floating maloka around 10 o'clock or things like that, and prepare, altar, set up as a space, and just, drop into the medicine, drop into this, set your intention, and you drop into this medicine state. So when I take it, and I was like, can I have half cup first? Because I want to know how my body tells me. And I was kind of a little bit scared, to be honest. But I also want to honor my ego. It's like, if my ego doesn't feel safe, I'm not gonna just go push it, because I'm aware of that. So everybody is taking their cup. I'm the first one. So I took my first cup, and everybody else is taking their whole cup. And maybe around a half of people took their full cup. I tuned into, and I got this message. It's like, yeah, you are ready. Just take the second and a half, because you are more ready than you thought you are this time. So I requested the second half. So when you think about 2 halves put together, it's more than a cup. So I actually drink more than a whole cup at that time already. And first an hour and a half, we are pure silent, just let the medicine work in the system. So I didn't feel much of, you can feel the medicine kicking in, but you still there. You are. It's very different from mushroom ceremonies. Like you will start seeing things. This is not. You are in your body. It's more of subtle, more of gentle type of energy. I do feel it's gentle, because last time when I drink the huachuma, right after hape, I was gone. No, I was gone. I was just down, working like internally, crying, releasing, you name it. But this time I was okay. I was, oh, I feel it. I feel literally it's different. It's more gentle. And the second hour kick in, my heart, I can feel that my breathing gets a little bit intense, because it's just the stripping different layers that make you heart more open. So I feel that like a rush come in. So I start to take it, 1 breath at a time, deep breath in, deep breath out. And it just really go with it, because if you, the more you try to run away, close it, and it's going to hit you. So the second hour, then I feel this like unease, this feeling. So I need to just walk around the deck a little bit. And I remember around the 2 hours or 3 hours, this mark, I have this feeling just came to me, is the feeling of, as a female, right? We are in a female body, and why? What happened to why is this divine masculine energy so out balanced? And I feel so sad, not just sad for myself, for sad for collective women. Why is that to the certain point of our life, we push the woman just so in front, need to be the badass woman, need to be able to take care of business, need to be able to be a full-time mom, need to be a, good daughter-in-law, all kinds of roles. Like, I was like, are we superheroes? Or like, are we Superman or what? You know? And it's just like we now female, if they carry strong masculine energy, we learn to tune down a little bit, more drop into or balance the divine masculine and feminine. But that was so hard because when you tune that down, a lot of time we got freaked out a little bit. It's like, if I do not do that much as I do, will I be support myself? Will I be supported? Financially supported, emotional supported, mentally supported, spiritual supported. So, so the ego will fight, because knowing that if you stop doing the thing you are doing that intense, not go, 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 go. If we lean into more of divine feminine, the fear of whether I can get myself support, especially, you are a single mother, or you are just single, you are in the transition of from one career to another career, these fear are legit. Okay. So at that moment, I just felt the collective of the feeling of, wow, we really push women so hard at certain points of our life. And now we learn to how to trust. We learn to, allow ourselves to feel like what it feels like, that it's safe, even though we tune down a little bit, even though we lean into more of our divine feminine, that we will still be loved, supported, So that was, I was going through. And it's just beautiful. I was kind of, in my own emotion. I was crying, and one sister came. She's my hummingbird sister. So she came, and my dear sister Megan also came. So we three sisters sat on the deck. That just we hold each other. Just they held a beautiful space for me to process that. And when that wave, passed, just I back to this like peace and calm state. And that was really beautiful. The next hour or so, the one thing about medicine is when you're in the medicine state, your heart is super open and your sense is heightened. And a lot of relationship that it would be easy, people are more easier to communicate that time, not say verbally, but energy wise, you're more easy to communicate. And I also, during that state, universe sometimes so interesting. They always called me in the last couple of ceremonies. They called me to kind of work with people's energy a little bit. Not say I just go there, but it just, you pick up the cue, and you just very naturally drop into also serve other people, by knowing what you could do, and also allow other people to receive your medicine. So I also did a little bit healing energy exchange, I would say, because, for other people to feel safe to allow you to do some energy work on them, it's also made me to give me the permission. So I receive that part of trust, can drop into to allow me to give also, feel more, how to say that, love in a loving way, because I know that he gave me the trust, and I made him trust my energy. So we work on the heart center a little bit. So I'm not gonna deeply dive into that because it's more a personal journey. So I'm not gonna go there. But during the medicine journey, sometimes you will feel called to work with other people's energy. Just be aware of that. Now, this is probably 4 hours in, and later we kind of start talking a little bit, because when the medicine working after a couple hours, we are still under the medicine, but we are also fully, communicating, talking, chatting, and laughing, and making the food, stuff like that. And I deeply feel called to go into the water. And if you guys know me, that I do have a thing with water. I have fear of water, and I do not really know how to swim. And I had so many different times of the experience with waves, with water. But I so feel called to go into the water. And I have no idea how deep is this basin is like. And I asked Jason, and he said, "Oh, 7 foot." And I was like, "I'm only 5'4", things like that. And one of the brother jumped into the water, because he said, "Yeah, I go with you." So he jumped into the water, and he's just looking at me, because he's waiting for me to jump in the water, but it took me forever to jump in. And finally, I made my mind, and I have no idea how I get up. I jump in the water. And I know, because I wear contacts, I don't want to open my eyes. But that time I realized there's nobody going to help me get up. And I literally have no idea how did I get up, only God knows. And but anyway, people are around me. So if anything really happened, I should be fine. But I was kind of like, get up probably after a couple seconds, pretty long. And the reason why I jump into water is that I feel like calling me to have a water to really cleansing you and have a rebirth, physically rebirth. First time I did Huachuma in Sedona, the same thing, I didn't jump into the water creek, but when we back to Airbnb in the hot tub, I kind of have another baptize, get baptized again. Like I say baptized, but I more physically just allow water wash over you to kind of have a new version of you, start fresh. So type of feeling. So I did that as well. So now I want to talk about receive, what I want to receive. And after this medicine journey, and to the point, I had some realization during the medicine. And the realization number one is I truly, truly understand that, we are all come from one. But why we feel so different, why we don't feel we come from one, right? Is because we drop into different human body. And those human body, the DNA, the genes carries the different ancestral traumas, or different characters, personalities made us so unique. And every single avatar is unique. Every single role is unique. Now, when you drop into this avatar, different human body, we sometimes, because we carry the ancestral, a lot of trauma, fears, contracts, whatever, vows, whatsoever, that separate us. Now, during the human journey, like where we are walking right now, I realized that we are just each other's reminder. The more you hold this love frequency, the more you understand what God really means, creator, God, creator, higher self, you name it, however you want to say it. They are one thing. And this one thing speaks to us through this love frequency. And this is the deep, and I try my best to, maybe circle around it too, so I can wrap this whole thing with a beautiful bow on it. But let me try it. So this love frequency is the common thing, doesn't matter you call it creator or God, and source and creator. This love frequency, the peace, love, joy is the main guidance. And we all have those inside our body, but we show this love, how we trust love, how we give love, how we show love. Everybody is different. And a lot of people might carry more of judgment, resentment, anger, when I want to release all the things, self-judgment, all the guilt, all the unworthiness. It's not, this human body picked up from my ancestors, from my parents, from the learning period of time I pick up from everywhere. Now, the reason why we pick up everywhere, everything, to the point that we cover ourselves so deeply that to the point we forgot that we are love. Now, when we go into those medicine journey, I feel like it's a huge reminder is that you are love. We are love. We, in that state, you understand that, but when you drop into the human body and this light get covered again by this, the trauma, limiting beliefs, old patterns, it's going to cover you again. And I realized that if every time we go to those medicine journey, come out, we could hold this love frequency a little bit more, which means I can love a little bit more because I hold a little bit more of this love frequency. And I want to love a little bit more. When I love a little bit more, and I kind of remind other people and give more love to other people, and other people feel more love, this is going to activate another maybe 0.1% of this genes in their body to be active, to allow themselves to receive love, allows themselves to give love and feel safe to give love. And that was one of the biggest realization, is because back to the question I had at the beginning was, how can I give more love? And that time I realized I was crying because I solved this equation. In order to give more love, the problem is not about giving love. I work backwards. In order to give more love, I need to be able to hold more love. So how can I hold more love? Is by accepting things, people as the way it is, right? Self-acceptance. If I accept myself a little bit more, I allow myself to love more, to receive more love, to be seen, to be heard, to be held, to be supported. Then I will be able to hold more space, support other people, love other people more. Does that make sense? It's like you want to give more, but what if your love tank is only 10 gallon of gas tank, right? Then how can you pour out 15 gallon of gas from the 10 gallon of gas tank? So the problem is not giving more. The problem is I need to upgrade my gas tank from 10 to 15 to 20. And how to expand, how to upgrade this gas tank is, I want to hold more, right? But how you can hold more love is by loving more, by accept people more. So if before you only can accept this like 50% of what people, how they treat you, now I'm not saying treat it bad or good, but when you accept where people where they at really means is you understand that they are in their own classroom, learn the lesson, doing their best. So if they know situation better, if they know better, they would do better. If they did not do better, it's because they do not know better. So instead of being mad at the people who do not know better, and they did something, you think is unfair to you, but they do not know better. So should I hand on that, or should I just let it go to accept that, okay, this person did the best, and do not get personal, because a lot of time we get too personal. So hopefully, I guess that part to get clear of, that's my realization. And when I came out of medicine journey, I really, really, really can understand the people deeper and love them deeper as where they at, because everybody is exactly where they at. And I keep expand myself by understanding more and more. And instead of get personal, I really, really understand where people's at and love them dearly and deeply, because if we understand that we all come one, we just drop into different body, different avatar, have our own limiting beliefs and patterns in our own classroom. I love this, the essence of they carry, and also knowing they are doing the best of what they are doing right there. So how can I not love them, right? So this medicine taught me really this big lesson is to solve this equation, is expand my love tank, and so I can give more, and also, give myself permission to receive love. and we're talking about receiver here. And in order to, the first ones, I give my permission to like receive love. And it's not easy. You give yourself permission to receive love, because if you have this contraction when people show the affection, give you love, you're like, oh, the thing we talk about, you might worry, concern, burden, things like that come up, is that time you feel it, you acknowledge that you have this contraction. Because once you feel it, once you understand you have this contraction, you can pause, you can take deep breaths. Yes, okay, am I safe? It's okay to feel this way, first of all. The second of all is, do I feel safe? How do I feel right now? Let me just step forward a little bit more. I'm not talking about it from like, totally contraction to totally fully open, from 0 to 10. I'm not. So when you feel like you are at the point of 3, instead of from 3 to 10, you from 3 to 4. Wait a couple minutes. Wait a little bit longer than you used to do, and to see how you feel about it. And I did that, and I was like, wow, actually you feel safe. Actually, I can expand a little bit more. Actually, I can give myself permission to love a little bit deeper, to feel a little bit more. And that was beautiful. And the second part of, to talking about the receiver part, to be able to receive, sometimes we need to feel safe. So I'm so thankful for this beautiful container to, the whole entire retreat. I felt very safe, that in this safe container, I felt, I can allow other people to fully see me. Not say before I just show part of me. It's not about that. It's like you are actually want to fully be you, or even more aligned with that you, which is capitalized you, which is the God essence, frequency, whatever. You're more aligned to that. You are more, because you feel safe, so you will tend to show more of you in that aspect, if that makes sense. So I feel like, I also allow myself to be seen, and allow other people to see me, instead of like, okay, kind of like not say close off, but to a certain degree, right? You still feel people probably can judge you or something like that. But in that container, I really fully feel like that I'm being myself, and not worry about how people seeing me. So that's is really, really like beautiful. And out of the Huachuma ceremony, later I realized that it's very beautiful, that you really can see anything and everything in different form of love. Everybody shows love in a different way, and everybody receive and giving love in a different way. Just because it's not your way doesn't mean that's not love. That's not the way they give love. That doesn't deny how other people give love and receive love, if that makes sense. So through the medicine journey, come out, really feel deep love for everything and everybody there, and everybody I encounter later, or even have more appreciation for the people I encountered. And that's a beautiful also, to have this kind of a realization. It's really, really beautiful. And I want to talk a little bit about this specific Huachuma. After Huachuma, I realized that something came to me, was the home frequency. The love we are longing for, the home frequency we are longing for, is actually, we always have that inside our body. Before, people always tell you, you have everything inside of you. I kind of agree, but when you understand things on different level, that moment is the moment I was like, yes, the home frequency is inside of me. We all inside of each other. Is just the more we working on our limiting beliefs, or the pattern, our ancestral trauma, our inner child child wound, that we can more allow this home frequency, which is love we carry inside us, become stronger in our this physical vessel, that you will feel more and more love around you, even though you are alone. Alone doesn't mean lonely. Even though you are alone walking in the world, you meet all different people, you can be so in love with everything, anything. Home is not a place. Home is you. You are your home. Home is where you are. And which is really beautiful, because as a Cancer, as a mother of two, as I came to United States 12 years ago, home to me, to a certain degree, I'm always feels like, where's home? Where's my home? That point, I understand home is where I'm at. The home feeling I'm looking for, it's inside of me already, which is beautiful and sad and aha moment, and I was, wow, yes. So this is the first one. And second one is the medicine really teach me is this time I really feel like the divine masculine energy is the first time 2 years ago already anchored, like anchoring in my energy field. But this time I really feel that I being anchored and grounded, more understand what the divine masculine energy is. I feel more content. If people know me in a lot of conversation or workshop things, like if people ask, hey, who want to share, I'll probably be first three person will share, because that's me. I'm just jump right into just here and there like that. That's my energy. But now I remember on our integrated day, the morning, we'll open a container, share anything you want to share. And for the first time in my life, I felt I do not need to say a word. That was not usual. I'm telling you, that was not me that I know. I was really content, and I was, if I have nothing, if I don't say anything, I'm good, because I don't need to say a thing, because the word I say, I don't have to say, is because I already embody. I already know that. I already feel it's already in my energy field. I don't have to anything to say. I don't have to show anybody that I understand or I do not understand a thing. That's not the point. The point is I'm at where I'm at, and I'm good now to just jump into share, but if people ask me, I can share. So that's very interesting. And I think during the conversation, sharing, Megan mentioned is like, or maybe she was reading, yes, she was reading something from Dao De Jing, and talking about, you don't need to be loud, soft, soft is different way of strong. And I was like, yes, that's how I felt. Being calm, I can finally sit back and lay back and not need to be loud, not need to be, make my this appearance by my voice. No, I don't need to do that anymore. It's because I can be soft, I can be gentle, I can speak no word, but it doesn't devalue my existence. And being gentle, and I realized also I've been more patient. That was something also I've been working on years and years. Is this energy is like, I always try to rush to get to the point, get to the A to Z. I have this ability from A to Z, which is beautiful energy. Then I always feel things not fast enough. And for the first time in my life, no joking, that I understand that I'm gonna take my time, take step by step from A to Z. I'm gonna to A to B, B to C, step by step. And knowing hold that great vision, hold a vision in my mind, but also very content to walk every single step, to step B, step C, step D. And when I come back home, for a lot of things I do right now is I see that my Z, right, where I'm at, maybe I'm at B, but I see the Z. Before was like, okay, I need to hurry to get to the Z. Now, it's not I do not want to go to Z. I still want to go to Z, but I also understand there's no destination, no end goal. Is the process, the every single moment process is the journey, is the beauty. The present moment is only moment that I have. I know, where the Z, which is next big step, but I allow myself actually take time, be more content, and not push myself, not push other people, and have patience to be walk this step by step. And I do not have to have them right now because I'm already have them. And in another way saying that, and so I only need to focus on every single little step and have this inner knowing that, by those little steps, I will get there. But by the time I get there, which means I'm not there anymore, because when you get there, you're gonna move on to next step, because we constantly changing, shifting. We never just be stuck. We never just be at that stop. When you get to that stop, you're already thinking about next stop. Before you get to that stop, you're already thinking about other stop you're gonna make. That's how the human mind and the human journey goes, right? So this is another big realization is, soft is strong. You don't have to be loud, you know. And the last one, I don't want to say last one, but this one is also, if you want to shift the world, you need to be the shift you want to see. So start to shift your own energy, start from you. Like this medicine journey, I really realized, like, we also talk about it, right? You heard people talk about it, you be the change you want to be. You're the same. And this time I was like, if you want to shift something, shift yourself first. Allow yourself to be shifted first. And open your heart to receive those energies so you can shift. Because you are allow or not, you are shifting. It's just when you allow it, you're gonna shift with ease and grace instead of shift with big, knock you down. Like the first time I had medicine is definitely a big shift, but I needed that. I need the universe get me to on the certain timeline so I can keep moving, right? So those are my medicine journey that I want to share with you guys. Definitely, I feel my heart is more open. I feel more grounded. I have more of deep inner knowing, and I definitely have, different level of self-acceptance and self-love, and dropped a lot of older story of whether I'm worthy, whether I deserve to receive love. I know that I deserve to receive love, and I'm in a good place of receiving love, allow myself to receive the love, and also without attachment, no expectation. Because when you understand that moment is the true real moment, you focus on that moment. When that moment pass, you allow it pass, because you know that you are moving to different moment. And when you energy align, just those kind of energy will come back, right, in a different form, not with certain same people, same situation, but allow yourself to live in the moment and trust yourself. You deserve love. You are love. Of course you deserve love, because you are love. All you attract is love in a different form. And the form might be a little bit hard, but you teach you a lesson. And some form might be come in with love and light. Some come in with darkness and this intensity, but they all love, right? So thanks for tuning in for this episode. I do not know what I'm going to name it, but during this medicine journey, it really, really expanded my love tank, by releasing and receiving, by loving more deeply, strongly, dearly, and unconditionally, and I love people where they at. So I love you all so much. Thank you for supporting me for my human journey, and for this podcast, Unity Through Diversity. It's really, really encourage, everyone that who's acknowledge their own unique gift to be unapologetically share their story, share their gift, show your uniqueness, show your weirdness, show your craziness, because that's your frequency. That's you. That's made you different. And we are all embody different kind of frequency in the world. And myself is a very unique one. I have my own craziness, weirdness, and to the point, I accept myself. I allow myself be with good intentions, though, with love and compassion, with the intention is for everyone's highest greatest good and for my highest greatest good. So with that intention, hold that intention, go explore the world. You cannot do anything wrong. Like there's no wrong way to get to a certain place. And then the point is not get to that place. Its point is getting to that place. It's the journey itself. The medicine is a journey. And thanks to the grandfather medicine, this time, big time, is helped me just deeply ground myself, because my higher self, myself, me, big me, probably knows that this I'm gonna need this energy in my journey in next couple year or so, because I need this grounding energy, ground myself, and knowing everything is fine, every single step, and I'm on the divine timing, divine timeline, and I'm divine guided, and you are divinely guided. So thank you for tuning into this episode of Unity through Diversity, and I will see you in the next episode coming soon. And take care, and I love you. Thank you so much.